das müsste ich gleich live gehen. Steht da, dass ich live bin? Jetzt. Jetzt bin ich live, ihr seht. Hallo. Okay. You're gonna see me in a few seconds. I'm already here. Hi everybody. I can see the chat. Hi everybody. Johannes Nikolai. Das ist sehr gut. So, dass ich nicht geantwortet habe, Johannes. Ich kam leider nicht dazu, weil du recht umfangreich geschrieben hast. Und ich, das noch nicht die Zeit gefunden habe, um auch so umfangreich zu antworten. Sorry for the German. I just had to answer one of my friends who is here in the chat. Okay, so I'm excited to see you all here. You're going to see me in a second. I'm just waiting for Unreal Engine to start so that I can actually show you the game and not my boring screen. But we're going to be there in a second. So here we go. Now, okay, much better now. So the build. Okay. Can you see me? Hi. Am I? Well, it seems to be a little bit of a delay here, so might take a second until you. Or am I visible? Do you see me? Wave. Okay, now I can see me wave. I see it on I got a second screen here, so it seems there's a little bit of a delay. Sorry for that. Okay, then. Yeah, thanks everybody for being here. I'm gonna just start doing the thing. So we're in Unreal Engine here, and I got my, as you can see up here, UNCAGE prototype open. So this is basically the actual prototype that I'm working on. There are different versions of the game in here. So there's I have a ton of different levels and different setups that I have built here so that I can work on everything. So this is what you see here is actually the level where most of the footage of the gameplay footage that I've shown is been done in this level. And this is mainly the purpose of this level is mainly to just look pretty because when I actually build and work on the gameplay mechanics, I usually do that in a different setup where. Oh, let me just for a second see if I can bring the chat up, because right now I can't see the chat anymore. That's not good, because obviously I want to see and be able to react to you guys while I'm doing this. So what I'm going to try is to make the Unreal window not be full screen so that I can have the chat open and I can actually see you guys while I'm working. I hope this is gonna work. Maybe I can I put this on top, like detach it and have it always be on top? Is that possible? I don't see. Sorry, by the way, this is the first time that I'm using OBS here, the streaming software, so sorry if I look a little bit helpless here. Okay, so I'm trying to detach this thing so that maybe I can just put this down here. Okay, this should work. Now I can give you a full screen. Let's go immersive mode. Yeah, that looks good. So this should be okay for us to play, right? So you can see me. Thank you so much for that. Let me just look through the chat before we start. Okay, so hi everybody. Ich liebe euch auch. So, hi everyone. Yeah, this is the first time for everything. That's right. Okay, so I would say we're gonna just start. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to just start this level. That is, one of my test levels where I just test things out and then try to, build stuff for the game. And I'm going to just walk you through the level and just show you some of the mechanics that are there. Please always keep in mind, everything you see here is completely work in progress. So there's like nothing is really, is really finished and or finalized or anything. This is like super work in progress. This is not even alpha state. This is just a prototype that we're working on, right? So please keep that in mind. So don't be surprised if you see stuff that looks unfinished or so, because things are unfinished. This is work in progress. So let's start. I'm talking too much, I think. So I'm gonna basically continue talking while we play. I'm not sure. I think I just pressed play, but okay. So can you actually hear the music? Can you give me a sign in the chat if you hear the music actually? Because I don't know if that's set up correctly, but ideally you should hear some game music now. So yeah, I'm gonna see if you let me know if you hear the music. So this is basically a new setup for the cages that I'm working on. As you can see, there's a little fox in there, and it's not set up yet. So what I'm working on right now is when I open the cage, that the fox is then actually gonna gonna jump out of the cage and actually do something. But right now it's set up. It's not set up yet, so that means I can open the cage, but the fox is not gonna really do a lot. But yeah, let's just open it then. So I go into this mode, and that means I have to now press the Y button quickly to then open the cage. There's a little bit of a force feedback effect too, so that means the idea is that you have to use some force to open the thing, and I connected that with some force feedback, so it feels a little bit more visceral. So that's that. Oh wow, the computer seems to be struggling quite a bit with the game and the stream, so I have to check that out a different time to see if we can improve that a little bit. Okay, so then there's, you can find stuff like keys and stuff like that, and and this kind of stuff. So let's grab a key there. Let's go over here and let's see what else we got. So what we can also do is I can just switch from first person to third. So right now, obviously, I'm in third person mode. I can switch to a different mode where I can see the character from both sides. So this is how the character looks from the front, by the way. So yeah, that's how he looks from the front. Okay. But we can also switch into first person mode. So I can, if I do this, then I can go into first person mode, and it's much more immersive. So for instance, if I now go back to, yeah, it's just way nicer to enjoy the surrounding, the environment more. And it's also, I'm not sure if it's going to stay this way. So right now it's for development, for me, it's set up in a way where I can switch between first person and third person. But I think later on in the game it's going to be set up in a way where some places, the environment, it will make more sense to have a first person view, and in other places it's going to be third person. So it's going to probably switch automatically, but I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do it. So we'll have to see about that. Okay, yeah, so we're going to continue walking here. I think if I can run a little bit. In first person it's a little bit easier to run. So a little bit quicker getting through this passage. So this is, by the way, also not where the level normally starts. Just so, just for you to know. Normally the level starts outside, but I deliberately started in here so that I think it's kind of nice to be inside and then go outside afterwards and check out the outside area more, because I feel like the outside also, it's just, I feel like it's a little bit more impressive in terms of, how everything looks. So let's see. Okay, so this is how we, so by the way, what we just did is we just broke into the fur farm. So now we're actually inside the fur farm, which means that there are actually enemies here, and if they catch me, they might actually shoot me. So because there is no combat mechanic in terms of you cannot shoot at the enemies or anything. So this is not a shooter, but the enemies can shoot at you. They are very aggressive and they're armed. So basically, out here I have to be super careful to. Obviously, I know everything here because I set it up. So there are 2 enemies, and it really makes me nervous that I have no idea where they are, because they're definitely somewhere here. And oh yeah, you see, one of them is over there. I just have to make sure that he doesn't see me. And the problem is, oh no, I think he caught me. The problem is that the enemy AI is also pretty smart. So I really regret using this system, because it's like the enemy AI is, for development, this is like super uncomfortable because they catch me every time. So I know that he's over there. Now when you see, there's gonna be different ways where you can hide from the enemies. Oh no, he got me. I just wanted to show you that there is, oh no, there's basically a toilet there. What is the name of that? A pity pot? Is that what you call it? In Germany we say, oh, sorry for ignoring the chat. I'm just trying to survive here and not get shot. And yeah, music is on. Thanks. Just checking the chat real quick. But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to not get shot right away in my own game that I'm developing. It's like super embarrassing to die right away in your. Oh look, he's there. Oh no. Okay, so there's alarm that you want to actually avoid running into, and I just. Oh no, somebody's shooting at me. And I have no. Oh, where the hell? Oh no! Okay. Oh yeah. That's what I mean. I just died, and I lost the bolt cutter. Okay. We're gonna be back in a second. So we're gonna probably So when you die, you start over where you started. So we're now down here again. And I can at least show you the foxes. So there's a bunch of foxes running around here, which I feel like one of the most fun things in the game is just to, run around and interact with the foxes, which there's not a lot of interaction right now, but at least when you're near, they look at you. As you can see, they look at you. And it's cute. I find it very cute. And they can also walk up the stairs. I just love it. just look at them. For me, the game is actually finished. Basically, I have foxes. They look at me when when they're close. That's all I need in the game. Okay, so hey. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna try to implement here is definitely gonna be a petting mechanic, so that you can actually pet the animals. Okay, let's free this guy real quick, and then I'm gonna go up again and try to not die this time. Okay, so basically when we're up, there is a different freeing mechanic that I want to show you. So there's different cages upstairs, basically in the actual fur farm, and I can show you just real quick the other cages and how they work. It's more or less the same thing, they just look different, and yeah, The difference is really the mechanic itself is the same, but they just they look a bit different. By the way, the reflections and shadows and stuff here, just for the guys, for those of you who are interested in that kind of stuff, the reflections are actually real reflections. So if you look here into those pods and the wet areas, well, at least when it's really hard for this character, but at least when I'm here with the fox and I'm actually controlling the fox, you can see the reflection of the fox in the wet areas. I find that to be pretty cool. So it's not faked reflections, it's actual reflections here. Okay, let's see. It seems that I'm stuck for some reason. I don't want to be stuck. Okay. So these what am I? So these stairs are a little bit unruly because I modeled them myself, and I'm obviously not very good at modeling, so they're a little bit of a pain in the butt right now, but they're gonna get better with time. Okay. So now let's not die this time. Let that be our goal. This time we're gonna not get shot, and somehow I'm gonna show you the. Oh yeah, by the way, what I definitely want to show you is. Oh no! Oh, they got us again. So I wanted to actually show you this toilet because I think it's awesome. So later on, it's gonna be that you can go into that toilet thing and you can actually basically hide yourself in there. So I think that's kind of fun. So as you can hear, you hear foxes, and not foxes, but cats actually. So this freeing mechanic that I'm going to show you now is actually my first attempt of making a freeing mechanic. So and that was when I didn't have the fox character yet. So the characters in the cages here are just cats, because that was the only animal that I had at that time. So you're now going to see some little kitty cats here, and they need to be freed. As you can see, they're all in here, and they all do the same animation because it was just basically just one model that I just replicated all over here. So this was my initial attempt at the freeing mechanic. So let's go into third person again. Go in here and open this up. Yeah, and then when you open it up, this opens up, and then later on when it's actually done, the idea is that the cats jump out, or rather I should say the foxes, because it's supposed to be actually foxes, and then yeah, that's how that works. Okay, so now what I would like to do is I would like to show you around a little bit out here, because as I said, we actually didn't start where you're normally supposed to start. So I would say I'm gonna go with you outside of the fur farm where you would actually start the game in. I kind of show you around there. Oh no, maybe we can just run very quickly. Let me see. This is not good. This is not good. Oh no, open the door. Okay, the great thing is, when I'm out here, although in real life the enemy would be able to shoot me through this fence, in the game he can't shoot me through the fence. But if he comes out, he can actually shoot me out here. So let's hope they don't come out. Let's just go somewhere else. Okay, so there is a cornfield out here. The idea is that I wanted to create something where you can have a little bit of a labyrinth, like a little bit of a maze, where for the gameplay later I can just hide some stuff in the maze and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show you where you would normally, when you start the game, normally you would start it in the direction that I'm walking now, but quite a bit further in that direction. You would start the game, and then you would approach it from this side basically. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just show you around a little bit. What we can do is we can just you can climb up ladders and stuff. So that's nice. But yeah, as I said, like a lot of these mechanics are not really finalized yet, so there's some of the stuff is a little bit janky and kind of, you know, it's just not finished. So I'm gonna go into first person view, jump up, oops, whoa, I don't know what just happened. Okay, yeah, so this is basically ladder climbing from the first person view. It's not pretty, so I'm gonna go out and do third person again. Okay. Yeah, so when you climb all the way up here, you get a nice view. That's why I wanted to come up, so I can show you around. So if we look this way, this is basically, so this way is you know, I cannot point any, oh, I can actually use, oh no, I cannot use the mouse to point somewhere. Yeah, so the direction that I'm looking at is actually where the normal starting point is, and then you go through the whole forest and you work your way nearer and nearer to the place here. And then the idea is that you go into the cornfield and you actually, you know, you see the tower over there, the wooden tower. You would actually go up the tower, and then from there, what you see is that strange arc, that squared arc, and that squared arc is actually your your marking, basically, where you're supposed to go to then go underground, and that's what takes you to where we just were. So I'm now just gonna go there basically and then show that to you. Let's just try to get down here without dying. Now for development mode, oh, I'm getting a coffee. That is so nice. Thank you so much, Katie. So my wife is just bringing me coffee. That is very nice because it's quite late in Germany. So I'm getting coffee so that I can continue to play UNCAGE with you guys. Ah, that's so good. Let me just look into the chat real quick to see if there's anything I can answer. Okay, so yeah, that's all visible. Wait, but the industry told me these vegan extremists will shoot everyone on sight. Yeah, yeah, I know. That was a rocket launcher. Yeah, this is Unreal Engine 5. This is, to be precise, this is Unreal Engine 5.2. Oh yeah, so I can see that my friend David is actually in here. So David is our project manager in the team. So everybody say hi to David. And David, thank you for helping me with answering the questions and everything. So if you have questions, you can also ask David. Yeah, David is helping me with, you know, programming and project management and everything, and really everything. And he's just a great friend. As you can see, he's also supporting me here. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on the game now so I can show you a little bit more. Okay, so let me see. We want to go down there. Okay, let's just try to not fall. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is I could actually fall from up here because I turned off the fall damage. So I technically wouldn't die. But I'm not gonna do it because I just don't want to destroy the magic, right? So in the finished game, it's gonna be that if you fall, you're gonna actually hurt yourself, because obviously that's more realistic. But you know, while I'm working on the game, I have just turned that off. So theoretically, if I fall, nothing's gonna happen. But I find it to be just a little bit more fun if you pretend that I would actually take damage if I fall. Okay, seems that I'm stuck here for some reason. Am I stuck? Let's see. Okay, yeah, I was stuck. Okay, that's not that hard. Oh, yeah, as you see, I didn't take any damage. Okay, so we're fine. So we could go right into, you know, what I just explained to you in the cornfield, but I think it's actually cooler to take you all the way back to the starting point where you normally, you know, start the game. So and then from there I'm gonna just play from the start the way that I imagine, the finished game to be. So let me switch to first-person view and take you to that point. So, going down. Everybody's saying hi to David. That is so nice of you. So, is there anyone else from the team here? It's just David. Okay, so yeah, this is basically where you actually start the game. So you're starting the game actually underneath this bridge. There is an underpass, and that's where you actually start. So, I mean, why am I talking about it? I can just take you there. So, because down here there is actually a little camp. So there's basically this tent and a little bit of a, there's another tent over there, and seems that I've done something to the landscape, and the tent is almost covered in landscape here. But that's basically where you start. And this is actually a cool thing because I can show you something else here. I can show you my swimming mechanic. Because, one of the things that I love about games is really, really well done water. Which, we're not done yet, obviously, but I really like how our water shader looks right now. So let me show you. So this is our water, and when we go into it, I think we actually even have, we have a little bit of water splashes with the footsteps, and then when you go in, you start swimming. So we can just switch into first person maybe, and just let me see. Yeah, this is a little bit janky. I don't know exactly what happened here, but it seems that my physics are not set up very well. Oh yeah, this is a better camera. So yeah, this is basically how the swimming mechanics looks. As you can see, and this is all stuff that has to do with setup, and obviously right now it's not set up correctly because the height of the water. What you see there is the shader itself that basically makes the water look like water, but the character is actually reacting to the physics volume that I have set up. So there's different layers to the water, and one of the layers is basically the physics volume that tells the game where the water is supposed to be, because obviously this is just an illusion of water. There is no water, so we have to tell the game where how high the water is. And I used to have waves in this water, and because of the waves, the surface is obviously a little bit higher. And that's what. And when I changed it and I took away the waves, I didn't change the physics volume, and that's why, as you can see, his swimming movements don't make any sense because he's actually swimming in the physics volume that is too high, while the visible part of the water is lower. That's why this looks so weird. Just a little bit of, just explanation why things look the way they look and so on. So yeah, I just like this area, and I also like how the water generally looks. So this is how it looks from underneath. Obviously, our radio is going to be dead now because I don't know if it's waterproof or not. So yeah, so this is basically where you normally start. The game. You're at this camp, and then from there you can basically climb your way up to the bridge up there, and you will have your team with you, and your team will then explain to you what you're trying to do, and that you have to be careful, and that there is this fur farm, and you want to infiltrate it, and your mission is going to be to find the way to the fur farm, to get inside without getting shot, and then actually just to take video footage. Your mission is just to get in there and take footage. But then when you're in there, the game gives you the freedom to actually free animals. So then when you free an animal, they're gonna actually then be able to escape. But one thing that I should mention is that you have mice with you. So Miles is actually going to be the one who's going to free the first animal, which is going to be Tanya's character. It's going to be Fanula the Vixen. And once she is free, when you then free the other animals, the Vixen is basically going to go through and going to round up everyone to get them outside. So the idea is that you're switching back and forth between the characters. You're starting off as a human. At some point, you're going to have to then control Miles, because Miles can get to places where you can't. If you have seen the trailer, you've probably seen that part where he's actually grapple hooking his way through these poles, and he's just basically flying through the level. That is obviously something that activists can't do. And this is also generally a thing that I'm trying to do. And with Miles, I'm doing it pretty extremely with Miles, is that some of the animals are going to be pretty overpowered, because I just like to contrast that to the reality. And I'm talking, of course, about when the animals are actually controllable. So once you play with the animals, you're going to actually have a lot of different, ways to play the game that you don't have as a human. So that's kind of one of the ways where I'm trying to make the game a little bit more fun and so on. So yeah, everything here is supposed to look pretty messy. So obviously we have really cars that are not in a good shape here. I wouldn't try to drive this, obviously. So then when you come here, you're going to try to get in here, and it's not going to work because you don't have a key. Obviously, because I'm developing right now, I have all the keys that I need, so I can just open this. Wait a sec. I can just open this door. But then what's also the case is that there is a trigger volume, so normally when you get through this door, even if you have the key, you're going to you're going to basically trigger this alarm, and then you're in trouble. So because the idea is that this is not the place where you're supposed to go in. Where you're supposed to go in is going to be, as I told you before, as I told you beforehand, it's in the cornfield. There's a hidden passage that takes you on the ground and then brings you right into the level, and that's what we're going to do now. Because although we have all the keys so we can get everywhere, we're going to just pretend that that's not the case, and we have to play the game the way that it's supposed to be played. The cool thing is, although I know where I have to go, so this basically, you can see this from down here already, that's the arc. Every time I'm trying to do it without exactly looking where it is, I just lose my way into in this maze here, which is it amazes me every time, because I feel like I know exactly where I have to go, and if I lose my way in here, how is that going to be for the players? It's going to be a nightmare. And that is exactly how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be difficult. So let me see, where was it? It was somewhere here. Why am I not seeing it anymore? And I actually built that arc just so that, there it is, just as a visual confirmation that you're actually running towards the right direction, because otherwise, what you're actually looking for is this hatch, and if you wouldn't have the arc, the hatch would be... I have had instances where I was looking for it 10 minutes, and then I gave up, and I went out of the game and had to just look where it is. So, and I'm actually the one who put this level together, so it is crazy. Okay. Oh, there's Echo? Yeah, it amazes me every time. Ha ha. Yeah, so, okay, let me... So is there an echo? Did I get that right? I'm sure you look at the chat. Okay. Kill OBS Echo Patrick. Okay, how can I do that? I probably have to go out of the... Let me see. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Maybe we can just go out of the game, and I can check why we're getting the echo. So here's OBS. How do I kill echo here? Maybe I have to Okay, we have the microphone, desktop audio. What happens if I take the microphone down? Is it better now? Is the echo still there? Okay, so I'm looking at the chat, and I'm gonna wait to see if the echo is still there. So I'm gonna continue. Oh, it's much better. Great. Then yeah, I probably just had. Okay, perfect. Then we can continue. Let's take this down here. Okay. Thank you so much. And sorry that it took me, I don't know, like 10 minutes or what to actually look at the chat and see that there was a problem. Sorry for that. Let's continue. So let me wait a second. I have to go Alt P to play. Now what's going to happen is we're going to start over under the ground, but I'm going to really quickly try to get us up here again and then show you what I was actually gonna do before we had to fix the echo problem. So let's see that. I have to be here, Alt P, and let's go. Just Unreal just needs a few seconds, and then we're gonna start over again. Okay, so as you can see, we're down here again, which is, by the way, that's exactly where we get when we go through the hatch. But I want to show it to you from upside, because that's how it's supposed to be in the finished game. So I'm going to really quickly try to take you back to upstairs and then show that. And also try to be quick and not die down here, obviously. So let's see. By the way, just as a little feedback round, while you're looking at it, I'm switching back and forth between first-person view and third-person view. And as I said, initially when we were actually working on, when we started working on the game, and I was trying to come up with the concept, the idea was to have it first-person all the time, because that's the most immersive, way to play a game. But I just like third person, to be honest. So for now, I'm just keeping both options open, and I would actually like to know what you think. You know, what feels better. Do you like first person better or third person? It would be kind of cool for me to see, which one feels better for you. So this is all first person. Whoops. Okay, now that we're out here, we can switch back to third person. Try to not get caught and not get killed. So, okay, so yeah, I just want to show you I'm just so happy with this thing as a means to hide yourself, that I just wanted to show you that once more. Oh yeah, by the way, we can also go into this shed here. So I can show you. So the idea is then later on that you're gonna have animals everywhere here, and obviously this is meant to be a mink farm. So or fur farm generally, because it's gonna be foxes later on, the animals in here. But initially I actually built those with a mink farm in mind, so to say, and the reference images that I used to build it, I used images of mink farms. So, but now it's going to be a fox because we have Tanya, and oh yeah, there's something else I want to show you here. So when I was initially working on this, obviously in a fur farm you're going to also have dead animals and other stuff that is graphic. And one thing that I was thinking about is how am I gonna set that up in a way that is kind of respectful to the animals as well. And the way that I came up is when you have dead animals or something else that is graphic, it's actually pixelated. So there's a bunch of dead rabbits here, but you will never see them. It doesn't matter from which side you look at them. They're always going to be pixelated, so that, you know, the graphic stuff is not actually shown. It's always going to be censored like this, and I feel like it makes it a little bit more respectful, you know, obviously towards the animal and towards the whole issue. So that's one thing. I'm thinking about giving the option to the player to turn the pixelation off if they want, but for now it's just like that. I also, while I'm developing this, I just don't want to look at terrible stuff, so everything that is graphic is going to be pixelated like this, at least as long as I'm working on it. So yeah, that's that. And then otherwise you have these sheds here. Basically there is also a base of the enemy characters that is inside this house. It's just right now, because they're both patrolling there. Oh no, I got caught. I gotta get out of here. Oh man, I gotta get out of here. Oh, don't kill me, don't kill me. Okay, so this is so funny that I'm so completely helpless against my own enemies that I made. Yes, so let me go into third person again. What is happening here? Yeah, I'm just trying to find the way back to the hatch, because then I'm going to show you how you actually get downstairs, where the foxes are, and then I think I showed you most of the game. So let me just see. So the pixelation is a good idea. Thank you so much. Oh, David has left us. Okay. See the pros in both first and third person. Yeah. So the first and third person thing is really. I feel like I just like to look at the character. So you know, obviously. Yeah, I just really like the look of the character and everything, and I feel like in first person, obviously you wouldn't even need that, so you would probably not do a lot of animation on the character and stuff. So yeah, I feel like there's a part of the game that gets lost when you don't see the character. So that's why, yeah, I think I'm going to keep it in a way where there are going to be sections where it's first person, and then other sections where it switches to third person. At least that's right now, that is kind of the way I imagine it to be, but we'll see. And yeah, and the way that I'm playing it, I can just switch back and forth. So now I'm first person, and this is third person. And this is our arc, so now we can just go in and go through the hatch, and I can show you that. By the way, while we're here, I have interactive foliage. So the plants actually react to you. It's a little bit janky and doesn't look all that realistic, but yeah, I'm just happy with the fact that they are reacting to the character and kind of not just, you know, you're just not just going through the foliage, but it is reacting to your body. So let's go down there then. So we can open this, and then we can jump down and hold ourselves here, and then just go down, and this is basically how you're supposed to. You know, in the game itself, how you're supposed to infiltrate the farm, because obviously you have the enemies there, and right now there's just these two enemies that are patrolling, but in the finished game the idea is that you're going to actually have the skinners who work at the farm as well. So basically those two patrolling enemies, they're going to shoot at you if they see you, but then there's also the skinners that will have other instruments that they actually use to kill the animals, like electrocution sticks and stuff like that, and they're actually going to attack you with those weapons as well. So there's going to be a whole mix of different enemy types that attack you in different ways, just to get that information out as well. So yeah, so we can now fall down here. So as you can see, you probably already see, we're now in this underground area where you also have these cages. So you could basically have, you know, there could be some animals down here. Obviously the foxes are here. Well, there's one. Hey, how you doing? I just love how they look at you when you're around. So yeah, that's where we are. Oh, look. I think it's sleeping. Is it sleeping? Yeah, there's a fox that is sleeping. Oh, look at that. It's sleeping. Sleeping there. It's a little bit blurry right now, but yeah, we don't want to wake it up. So, foxes can sleep, obviously. Yeah, so the foxes are actually, fully AI characters, which means that they have different behaviors that they show, and they when you free them and they jump out of the cage, which is I haven't actually designed that yet, but when they're gonna jump outside of the cage, they're gonna be completely AI driven, which means they're gonna just do whatever they want, and that is exactly the dangerous part. So when you free them and they get away, and then somehow the enemies get them, and something, they get killed or something, then that's gonna basically, if they get killed, you get killed. So as soon as you free an animal, your fate is basically bound to that animal's fate. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Oh, why is this so hard? Okay, so free this guy, and yeah, so this is now how you would be supposed to actually play the game. You would then go from here. We already done that twice, so this is now, but yeah, as you can see, because we already been here, the door is still open, so that's good, I guess. The door remembers that we have already opened it, so that's a good thing. So now we're gonna try to get upstairs, and I'm gonna just go to the enemies, and I'm gonna try something. So I'm gonna try to get into the house, because now that I have actually showed you everything, I think if I now get killed, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna now just risk everything and try to somehow get into the house, so that I can show you, because there's some stuff in the house as well. It's nothing special, but yeah, I just want to make sure I show you most of the stuff that is in the level right now, because obviously this is meant to be a demo, so want to show you what we've done here. So okay, let me just make sure we don't get caught. Oh, as you can see, one of the enemies is upstairs there. Oh no, he already saw me. Ah, that's bad. Okay, that's too bad. Let's try to maybe just cut his way, or find a way to not get caught here. Maybe if I go through this. Yeah, I think this could work. Okay. Okay. I think this is looking good. This is looking good. I think we actually tricked him. He's looking for us outside, and we can now go in here. So just make sure there's nobody here. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Okay. Yeah. So there's just a little bit more things here. Open this door. So this is something cool that I want to show you. Let me actually close the door, because one thing that is cool is that the enemies can't open doors. So if I just close this right now, that means that the enemy is not going to be able to get me here, because he can't open the doors. So one thing that I would like to show you is that when we go here, we can actually, so you saw all the security cameras, the surveillance cameras outside. This is the console for them. So from here we can actually look through the security cameras, which I'm not sure how I'm gonna use that for the gameplay, but I am gonna use it for the gameplay somehow. I just have it in there for now. So I'm gonna find out why I have this feature, but right now it just exists, and I'm happy that it exists. It's just fun. So you can switch basically through all the different security cameras and look through them. Yeah, as I said, I'm not sure how exactly we're gonna put this into a gameplay mechanic, but I'm gonna find some way to do this. Okay, so that was that. Then I think I can also show you There's basically, you can go upstairs here. So again, this is something where you could where you can go in here and then by maybe opening. Have I actually put an opening logic to this? I think. Oh yeah, you can also take cover and stuff when there's a wall near. What you can do is, let me see. Oh, it should actually work. I'm not sure why it's right now not doing it, but yeah. So there's basically this mechanic where you can take cover, you know, and then make sure that you don't get caught. Okay, so yeah, I think with that I showed you most of the stuff. Yeah, so I would finish the stream at this point, but I'm gonna look and see if there's anything in the chat that I would you know, any questions or anything. Or you can also write into the chat if you want to see something, or if you saw something that you want me to demonstrate more. We can do that as well. I'm gonna just look through and see if I find something to respond to. I'm not an expert on gaming, but this looks and feels very playable indeed, and with a wonderful vegan message. Yeah, it is. Obviously, it is playable. I am playing it right now, and yeah, I think this is now going to be completely just my opinion. But to me, if a game is fun or not starts with what I just showed you. It starts with the locomotion. It starts with the very basic mechanics that make the game, which is, you know, how the moving behavior, the camera behavior, and kind of how the really is what makes the game feel in a certain way. And that is what I'm working on right now. So it's really the very basic mechanics of how does it feel to jump, how does it feel to walk, how does the camera behave, and then also, you know, the freeing mechanics where you break chains and when you open the cages, all of that stuff. Right now my main goal is to make those things feel good and, you know, also look good in terms of the animation and so on. And I think that's the most important thing. Once you get that, then everything else just built. It's really the foundation of the whole game. So my goal right now is just to make these things fun, and at least for me, it feels like when I'm moving through the level, it is fun, and that is the important part. And now I'm gonna try to, of course, come up with, you know, puzzles and little kind of you know, things to make just everything a little bit more tricky, so that it's not just, you know, walking from one point to the other, but there's actually obstacles and you know, with the enemies and everything that you have to cross. But yeah, I am actually pretty happy with what we got so far. So let me look into the chat once more. Is there a flashlight for the darker parts of the game, like Underground? Yeah, there is actually a flashlight in the mechanics that I have, but I'm not using it for anything right now. But yeah, it would make sense to use it for. I think I have. Look, I actually have a torch here, for instance, so I can. There you go. I can take the torch, and this is so cool because this is of course now for me, you know, just responding to something spontaneously is for me also a good way to show you some stuff where, you know, I can just show you that it's not like this is premeditated or anything, but there is actually, you know, stuff that you know, you can ask for and I can show it to you. So yeah, this is the torch. There is also a flashlight, but I haven't activated it yet, so I would have to activate that first. But yeah, there is this torch, and it does the same thing. It just lightens up darker areas. Obviously, as you can see, there are actually weapons in here, but obviously we're not going to have them in the game. So there is a lot more functionality that I already have in the game, because these are systems, you know, some of them are systems that I brought in from other games and other asset packs and stuff that are basically in the Unreal Marketplace, and I brought these systems in, and they have a lot of stuff that I'm not going to use in the game. So so I'm taking those systems, I'm changing them, I'm changing the mechanics, I'm implementing new stuff, and just modifying everything in a way where it makes sense for UNCAGE. But that means that there is a lot of stuff that goes down the window, because that goes out the window, because I'm not going to use any weapons. So there's not going to be a way to shoot anyone or anything. So but there's a lot in here. There's also a rope mechanic where you can. It's basically a grapple hook where you can, at some points you can use it to get, to climb up or climb down things. So that's also something. Let me see if there's something more. Johannes is saying it already looks better than I expected. Yeah, I'm happy about that. After your very, so Johannes is a very good friend of mine, and he actually wrote me a very big letter with a lot of feedback, and it was 99%, or I would even say 100% was very valid feedback that he gave me, and his thoughts. But he had a lot of thoughts, so I was a little bit overwhelmed by that. So I'm really happy that he likes what he sees, because Johannes is not only a good friend of mine, but he's also a gamer in his free time, and he's also, I should say, I don't know, Johannes, did you have the first vegan hotel in Germany? I'm not 100% sure. So Johannes actually is somebody who is in a third-person hotel owner. So in third, not third person. So funny. Third generation hotel owner. Correct me if I say something wrong, Johannes. So his family has had a hotel at the Mosel. It's called Hotel Nikolai. And he had that they had that for 3 generations, and then Johannes around 11 years ago or something like that, it was right when I went vegan 12 years or 11 years ago, he contacted me, and we got into touch, and kind of started a friendship together back then, and that was when he made the decision to turn the third generation hotel business, just veganize it, because he went vegan, and then he thought, well, he didn't want the business to be not vegan, so he went vegan, and I think it was a very, very scary decision, and so I had a lot of respect for him when he did it, and we're good friends, and so if you want to visit Germany and you want to have a stay at one of the most beautiful sceneries that you have in Germany at the Mosel River, you can actually go and visit at a vegan hotel. It's Weinstube Hotel Nikolai. I hope that is correct. And or you just look for vegan hotel at the Mosel, and then you can go visit Johannes. And because we're friends, and because he's interested in gaming, he gave me a lot of feedback, and I hope, or seeing him say that he's happy with what he sees really makes me happy. So that's all I wanted to say. Okay, so let's get down here. I'm gonna go outside and see if there's anything else I want to show you. Maybe just get killed once more. So, because this is something, I don't know if this makes sense for anyone, but to me, it's a weirdly like, I don't understand it myself really, but it is in a bizarre way a lot of fun to actually get killed by these enemies. So yeah, I don't know if that's something that anyone can kind of understand, but for some weird reason it's actually a lot of fun getting killed. Yeah, I think it's just because I'm making these gameplay mechanics, and then when they kill me, it's like they're like my little babies, and I'm kind of proud of them, that they killed me in such a effective way. That probably sounded very dark. Okay, I don't even know where they are. Hey, where are you? Oh, look at that. There's a fox sitting there. So yeah, I also have randomly foxes running around here because I just love, what they do. So as you can see, they just do stuff. When they're left on their own, they just sleep and rest and eat and do whatever they want, which is exactly what they should do. And right now, there's also the enemies are not set up to attack the animals, so that's not there right now. But it is supposed to be like in the game. It is of course going to be that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to actually attack the animals. So just to clarify that. Okay, so I think we're going to just go out here, and that's what I'm going to leave it with for now. I hope this was a good kind of preview to show you how, a little bit of the gameplay mechanics that we have and that I'm working on still, and just show you around how the level looks right now. And obviously we're going to continue working on this, and we're hoping to have some version of this to give you right after the campaign. So my goal is to have a demo version ready for you that I can give right when the campaign is finished, that I basically 2 days later you're going to get it, because that's going to be the campaign is going to finish at December 22nd, and 2 days later it's going to be right during the holidays. And for me, gaming is something that is strongly associated with holidays and with kind of my free time when I was a kid. So I just wanted everybody who backs the campaign to have the chance to to just play a demo of the game for during the holidays if you want to do that. So that's that. And then if you want to support the game and us, trying to get a budget so that we can hire some professionals and make the game way better than it is now and make it really, really, really good. If you want to support us with that, you can go. I think I put a link inside the description of the stream, but if there's not a link, it's uncagegame.com. Just go there, and if you want to support the campaign, you can actually get the demo version. You can basically back the campaign to get the demo version. You can actually pre-order the finished game, which, by the way, I should also say, and that's something I think I never mentioned, if you support the campaign and you get a pre-order over the campaign for the game, it also means that you have basically early access. That means that you're gonna regularly basically get the newest version. Like when we go into alpha, you're gonna get the alpha version of the game. When we go into beta, you're gonna get the beta version of the game, and you're automatically gonna be oh, this is what I'm talking about. We got killed. So I love it. If you get the game through the campaign, that's what I'm trying to say, is that it means that you're always going to get the newest version of the game. So if you want to do that, and I feel like that's kind of, if you really want to support the game, that's the best way to get your hands on it, because you're directly supporting us with the development, but you're also getting your hands on early versions that nobody else is going to get, basically, because at least that's how I imagine it. So that's that. And if you want to support it, but you don't want to contribute to the campaign, you can actually just share the campaign, help us spread the word, and support us that way. Thank you so much. Thanks. Let me look one more time if there's any questions in the chat. I'm so sorry that I'm not reacting enough to the chat, but I'm really bad at multitasking, so I'm trying to focus on what I try to say and at the same time look at the game. So I sometimes forget the chat. So let me see. Would it make sense to have a variable headlamp? Yeah, that is something that is very easy to implement. That would take me like 30 seconds to implement that into the system. So yeah, that's one way to do it. What I actually have, I'm not going to show it right now because I don't want to take this too long for today. but I actually have a night vision goggle. So you can actually put on night vision goggles, and then that gives you night vision. So there could be basically a night version of the level, which I have actually done that already. I have showed it to the team, and we came to the conclusion that playing the level nights in the night is actually way more atmospheric, because obviously everything is a little bit more scary in the night. So so that's also one thing that we're thinking about. And then for the nights, we have night vision goggles where everything looks even more realistic and even crazier than it looks now, because through the night vision, through that distortion and everything, the line between CG and real stuff gets pretty blurry and kind of it looks pretty mind-blowing actually already. So yeah, that's something I can maybe show you in the next stream or something like that. Don't wanna show everything on the first one. So that's that. And let me see what else. Proud game dev papa. Yeah, proud of my killing machines up there. Okay, so looking great so far, Patrick. Thank you for showing us. Yeah, thanks everybody for being interested in looking at it. And as I said, if you want to support it, link should be in the description. If not, uncagegame.com. And night vision goggles. The goggles are there, so they're gonna be definitely in the game. I just have to see in which way exactly I'm gonna implement them, but they're already there. They're awesome, so they're not gonna go anywhere. They're gonna end up in the game. So old school ALF groups wished at the night vision goggles. They probably had night vision goggles. I don't know, whatever. It's but definitely for any undercover activism and any covert kind of work, it's night vision is very usable, very usable tool, I guess. So awesome, yeah, that really good with night vision. Splinter Cell with fixed game mode. Yeah, this almost looks better already. Thank you so much. Yeah, so thanks everybody. It looks like everybody's happy with what I showed you. I'm gonna now regularly do this. So either I'm gonna show you stuff from our work in progress versions of the game, or what I can also show you, that's probably something I'm gonna do next time, is I'm gonna actually just make a stream like this where I'm gonna not talk as much, but I'm gonna just stream while I'm working on the game. Because I feel like that's maybe also something cool to just give you full transparency into how we're making it happen, and how the game is basically gradually becoming more and more of a reality. So that's something I want to also do, and obviously everybody who supports the campaign, I want them to kind of have a chance to just almost in real time see UNCAGE become a reality. And with that, I'm gonna say bye. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you if you supported the campaign. By the way, just a few hours ago, I think we just crossed the first 100 backers on the campaign. So I'm really excited about that. It's this is just 2 days into the campaign. So I'm really happy that we're already more than 100 people, and I'm really excited to take you all with me on the journey and kind of go on this journey together, and hopefully end up with a really great and fun game that is also hopefully going to inspire a lot of people out there to make a positive change in their life. Thank you all so much. I'm gonna jump out of the stream now, and I'm gonna see you then in the next stream, or on the campaign page in the comments, or anywhere else. I'm trying to respond to everything that I see there. So thank you all so much. Have a great Sunday. Bye bye everybody. Bye.